Olá, eu sou Daniel, professor e coordenador de inglês do Instituto Kailua, e essa é a nossa aula 30. So, in class 30, we have our final review. So, this is the last class of the module A1.2. And in this review, we're going, of course, to review all the topics we studied in A1.2. And in the middle, there are some old topics. So let's see what we have. This review is basically a lot of exercises to make us practice all the old topics. And exercise 1, we have write a paragraph talking about your daily routine. Use days of the week and time. So here, what are the elements we need? Daily routine, we need simple present. Okay, so remember, simple present in the affirmative, we use only the verb I work, I study, I wake up, I take a shower, I eat. In the negative, we put the auxiliary do with not, so I don't work, I don't study, I don't eat. And in the interrogative, we use the auxiliary. Do you study? Do you work? Do you eat? Okay? So, to talk about routine, we need simple present. And we need days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, and specific time at 8 o'clock, at 9:30, at 2 p.m. Okay, so we need all these elements in the paragraph. Now, I will give you some time to stop the video, write your paragraph using simple present, days of the week, and time. And I will give you my paragraph. So it's a personal example just to show you some of the possibilities. Okay, so stop the video now, do the exercise, and we will correct in some minutes. Okay, so let me give you my example. So I usually wake up at 9 a.m. But on Wednesday, I wake up at 8:30 a.m. So I usually wake up, simple present, at 9 a.m., at 8:30 a.m. time on Wednesday, day of the week. I work from Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. At 2 p.m., I have lunch, and I usually eat salad, rice, beans, and I have classes on Monday and Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. And after that, let me organize this. I go to the gym. After the gym, I take a shower, have dinner, and go to bed at midnight. Okay, so here we have a lot of examples of simple present. I usually wake up, I wake up, I work, I have lunch, I usually eat, I have classes, I go to the gym, I take a shower, have dinner, go to bed. We have some examples of days of the week: Wednesday, Monday, Friday, and examples of specific time: at 9 a.m., at 8:30, at 2 p.m. So when we give a specific time, the preposition is at. If we give a period, so the starting point and the end, we use from, to. When we talk about days of the week, we use the preposition on. And to put a sequence of events, we can use the words after. So after that, after the gym, okay? So if you have any questions, you can put your paragraph on Google Classroom so the teacher can correct and help you with your questions, okay? So let's go to exercise 2. Exercise 2 is another paragraph, but now we have write a paragraph comparing this week to your normal routine. So normal routine, simple present. But comparing this week, we are comparing a temporary situation to your normal routine. So temporary situation, we use present continuous. Remember, verb to be and ing. I am working. I am studying. I am going. I am not doing. I am not going. Okay? So I will give you some time again to stop the video. Write your paragraph comparing your normal routine and specifically this week, and I will give you an example to show you some possibilities, okay? So we will correct soon. Okay, so let's see. I usually give classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. But this week, I'm not doing that because my student is traveling. During the week, I usually work every day. But this week, I'm not working on Thursday because it's a holiday. This week, I'm going out during the week because of the holiday. Okay, so here, what is my normal routine? I usually give classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. I usually work every day. I usually don't go out during the week, but this week I'm not giving these classes. I'm not working every day, and I'm going out during the week. So, can you see the difference? The normal, simple present is one situation. This week, temporary situation, present continuous is a different situation. Okay? So, just like exercise one, if you have any questions, you can write your paragraph in Google Classroom so the teacher can correct and help you with all the elements, the structure, the prepositions. Okay? So let's see the next exercise. Here in number 3, we have a reading exercise. So read the text about the Walker family and answer the questions. So the text goes. These are Susan and Terry. They are married. They live in a big city. This is their daughter, Amy. Amy is singing. She loves singing pop music. She wants to be a singer. This is their son, Chris. Chris is studying. He hates studying. He wants to be a fireman. Their dog is playing on the floor. Her name is Roxy. Roxy is waiting to go for a walk. Susan and Terry are making dinner. They like to cook together. Terry is chopping vegetables and Susan is making pasta. Their friends, Jane and Barry, are coming over for dinner tonight. The Walkers have lots of friends. They like to go out on weekends. They like to go to the movies or go out for dinner. Okay, so this is the story of the Walker family. And we have some questions. Where do Susan and Terry live? What's their daughter's name and what is she doing? What does Chris want to be? Who is Roxy? What is Roxy doing? Who is making dinner? What is Terry doing? Who is coming over for dinner? And what do the Walkers like to do on weekends? So I will put the text here. You can stop the video Read the text again and answer all the questions. Okay? So let's see. Where do Susan and Terry live? According to the text, they live in a big city. So Susan and Terry live in a big city. Or they live in a big city. What's their daughter's name and what is she doing? So their daughter's name is Amy. Their daughter's name is Amy and she is singing. What does Chris want to be? He wants to be a fireman. So Chris or he wants to be a fireman. And so in the interrogative, we have does. In the affirmative, we put S. He wants to be a fireman. Who is Roxy? Roxy is their dog. Roxy is their dog. What is Roxy doing? Roxy or she is playing on the floor. So their dog is playing on the floor. She is playing on the floor. Remember, for pets, dogs, cats, when they are part of the family, we can use he, she, his, her. Who is making dinner and what is Terry doing? So Susan and Terry are making dinner and Terry is chopping vegetables. So Susan and Terry are making dinner and Terry is chopping vegetables. Who is coming for dinner? Jane and Barry, their friends, are coming for dinner. So their friends, Jane and Barry, are coming for dinner. It, when we have a question about a person and we use who, and we don't know if it's one person, two, three, four, the question is always singular. Who is making dinner? Who is coming over for dinner? But in the answer, if it's plural, we say are. Susan and Terry are making dinner. Their friends are coming for dinner. Okay, so it depends on the situation. The question is always singular. The answer, singular or plural, depends on the situation. What do the walkers like to do on weekends? They like to go out on the weekends. They like to go to the movies or go out for dinner. So the walkers, or they like to go to the cinema or go out for dinner. Okay, so these are all the answers to the questions. These questions, they are very direct. It's possible to copy the elements from the text, but if you have any questions, you can ask to see if your answer, if it's different, maybe it's correct. So you can check this on Google Classroom. Okay, and here in the vocabulary, there are some new vocabulary. So here we have fireman. Fireman is this profession. We have chopping vegetables. Chopping is this when you cut very, very small. You are chopping. And the vegetables, carrot, potato, cucumber. Okay, so let's see what else we have to practice for the test. So after the reading, we have a listening exercise. So listen to the audio and answer the questions. So the questions are, where is the girl? Is she alone? What is Amy doing? What is she like? Remember, this question is about personal description, personality, physical description. Is the teacher there? So is the teacher in the same location? Why or why not? And how is the day? So you have access to the audio. You can pause this video, put the audio, listen, answer all the questions, and after all this, come back to the video so we can correct. Okay, let's go. This audio has a transcript here at the end. So I will read all the transcripts and then we go back to the questions. So this is my classroom and these are my classmates. My best friend's name is Andrew. He's drawing on the board. My other friend, Amy, is very funny. She's talking and telling jokes to Bradley. Jamie is throwing a paper plane. She always misbehaves. So she always does things and actions that are not correct. Our teacher is making photocopies, so she's not in the room. I am standing near the window looking outside. It is a beautiful sunny day. So, where is the girl? The girl is in her classroom. The girl is at school, in her classroom. Is she alone? No, she isn't alone. Because it's the girl in the classroom and the classmates in the classroom. What is Amy doing and what is she like? So here the information about Amy. So what is she like? She's very funny. What is she doing? She's talking and telling jokes to Bradley. So Amy or she is talking and telling jokes to Bradley. She is very funny. Is the teacher there? No, the teacher is not in the room. Why? Sh- The teacher is making photocopies. So the teacher or she isn't there or isn't in the room because she's making photocopies. And how is the day? The day is beautiful and sunny. So the day is beautiful and sunny, or it's a beautiful and sunny day. Okay? There are two possible structures, but the idea is the same. Okay, if you have anything different and you want to know if your answer is correct, again, go to Google Classroom. Well, we have more exercises, so let's continue. Here in number 5, you have answer the questions using complete answers. So all these questions are personal. Of course, there are some possibilities. So put your personal answers, and when I correct, I will put some examples or explain the correct structure. Okay? So let's correct. Where do you live? I live in, you can put the neighborhood, you can put the city, you can put the state, the country. Okay, so I live in Bahia, I live in Rio, I live in São Paulo, I live in Brazil, I live in Pato Branco. Okay, neighborhood, city, state, country, the preposition is in. You can put I live on in the street, or I live at and your complete address. So these are the three possibilities for letter A. What's your best friend's name? My best friend's name. Or if it's a man, his name. If it's a woman, her name. If it's a non-binary person, their name is, and the name. What is your family doing right now? My family is the action. My family is working. My family is watching TV. My family is having lunch. So in this case, it's more generic. It's possible to be more specific. My, and you mention specific family member. My mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my uncle, my husband, my wife is the action. Working, studying, taking a shower, sleeping right now. What kind of music do you like? What kind do you hate? I like. And the kind of music, I like pop, I like rock, I like metal, I like samba, pagode, and I hate the kinds of music. What are you wearing today? Today, I'm wearing, and you mention the clothes. For example, today I'm wearing a black t-shirt. I'm wearing jeans. I'm wearing shorts. I'm wearing a skirt. Do you like to go out on weekends? So, in the negative, no, I don't. Or no, I don't like to go out on weekends. In the affirmative, yes, I do. Or yes, I like to go out on weekends. Where do you usually go? I usually go to, and the destination. I usually go to the mall. I usually go to the beach. I usually go to the gym. I usually go to the nightclub. I usually go to the cinema, to a restaurant, to the theater. What do you like to do in your spare time? So spare time is the time to relax. No work, no study, no obligations, just relax. I like to I like to read. I like to watch TV. I like to go to the park. I like to go out with my friends. I like to sleep in my spare. Okay, so these are the basic structures we have for each question. You can complete with your personal information, or if you created something different, you can check with the teacher if your answer is correct. Okay? And to finish, we have one more exercise. And now is an exercise to review the phrasal verbs we studied with get, have, and take. Okay? So here we have get along, get over, get up, have against, have in, have over, take after, take in, and take off. So you have to complete the sentences using the appropriate phrasal verb. Okay, so one, you have to understand the idea and put the appropriate phrasal verb. Two, you have to pay attention to the verb form. Is it affirmative? Is it negative? Simple present, present continuous, infinitive. So in pay attention to all these elements, and we will correct when you finish doing. Okay, so let's see. Take this medicine so you can get over this flu fast. But when you get over a medical problem, you don't have the medical problem anymore. So you solve the problem. You remove the problem from your life. I have one thing against Ben. He treats his kids badly. When you have something against a person, you have a reason to dislike the person. So here I have one thing against Ben. I have one reason to think Ben is not a good person, or I have one reason not to like Ben. He treats his kids badly. Physically, Jane takes after her mother. So take after means to be similar to a person from your family, an older person, like mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, uncle. So physically, Jane is very similar to her mother, but her personality is very similar to her father's. Since that incident, I don't have people over anymore. So since that incident, people don't go to my house anymore. You have to take in all this information. So you have to take in, to remember, to internalize all this information so you can do a good test. In Japan, people have to take off their shoes before entering the house. People have to remove their shoes. Joanna is kind of lazy. She never gets up right after she wakes up. So she never gets up. I get along with all my in-laws. So I have a good relationship with all my in-laws, except my husband's sister. And the last one, we don't have eggs or flour in. So we don't have eggs or flour in the house. So we can't bake a cake. Okay? So this was the last exercise from the review. Here we have the transcripts again. And we saw all the topics. We saw phrasal verbs, simple present, present continuous, days of the week, specific time, the correct prepositions we use with them. Okay, so all these elements are in the test that you have to do now that you watched all the classes. If you have any questions about any topic, we studied in this module, just ask the questions in Google Classroom. The teacher will be able to help you. The teacher will see your questions, give you explanations, and with all these elements, all this information, you can do a good test. Okay, so study a lot. Good luck in the test and see you in the next module. Bye bye.